was running off and leaving me with all the work. Cosette! Cosette! Where have you been? You realize I have not received a penny from your mother in over 9 months, yet I still have to put up with you. The least you could do is slap a little less.
I'm sorry, madame. I'm sorry, madame.
You're always sorry, little...
Shut up, both of you. I'm trying to read.
Go get some water from the well.
Now it's so dark out.
If you had come when you were called, it wouldn't have been so dark. Now get out! I tell you, Thénardier, we pushed too hard. Stupid Fantine got sick of our demands and gave up on the brat. But I must admit, no servant fees. That is true.
I found you wandering in the wood. I found her trembling in the shadows. And I am here to help Cosette, and I will settle any debt that you think proper. I will pay what I must pay to take Cosette away. There is a duty I must heed. There is a promise I have made. For I was blind to one in need. I did not see what stood before me. Now her mother is with God. Fantine's suffering is over. And I speak here with her voice. And I stand here in her place.
What to do, what to say, shall you carry our treasure away? What a gem, what a pearl, beyond rubies is a little girl. How can we speak of debt? Let's not haggle for darling Cosette.
Cosette!
Cosette, dear Fantine, gone to rest, have we done for your child what is best? Shed our bread, shed each bone, treated her like she's one of our own, like one of our own, monsieur.
Your feelings do credit, sir, and I will ease the parting blow. Let us not talk of bargains, or bones, or greed. Now may I say, we are agreed.
That would quite fit the bill if she hadn't so little dear.
Caustic, dear.
Medicines are expensive, monsieur. Not that we begrudge to sue. It's no more than we Christians must do.
One thing more, one small doubt. There are treacherous people about. No offense, please reflect. Your intentions may not be correct.
No more words. Here's your price. 1,500 for your sacrifice. Come, Cosette, say goodbye. Let us seek out some friendlier sky. Thank you both for Cosette. It won't take you too long to forget.
It is the rich who are the scourge of France. They grind us into the ground without thought.
Only General Lamarck speaks for the people.
And even Lamarck is ill and dying. We must take matters into our own hands.
You're right, Angelo. We need to rise up and take what is ours.
Including those of us who are really little, eh, Marius?
It's not my fault my father was a baron.
But it is your fault you have to reconcile with your grandfather and taking your inheritance.
How could I take money from a man I despise?
Easily, I should say.
Perhaps easily for you, Jacques, but Marius has principles.
Principles, what good are they? In my experience, principles are inconvenient and painful, and little else.
Inconvenient and painful. I am thrown into prison for what I believe. It is inconvenient. When they beat me, yes, it is painful. So what? Let them beat me, imprison me, kill me, so long as it brings about change.
What change? All that happens is the four of us talking.
The change is coming. The students, the young, the brave are preparing to cleanse our nation.
Here! We are the voice of France.
And if we must crawl over the bodies of our comrades, only to have our blood spilt with theirs to make that voice heard, so be it.
There's no price too high to be paid for freedom.
Blood? Price? Sounds like convenient paying for me. Ha, see, Andrea? Do your beloved poor, golden treasure of France. Bolsonario and his attendant parties.
Your daughter Ebony isn't bad. She's my friend, Jacques.
Bad? Marius, you're talking about Ebony, the savviest street urchin in Paris.
Not out of choice. She does what's necessary to survive.
Hello, Monsieur Marius. You boys are plotting to turn the world upside down again.
Soon it will be more than plotting. Be ready.
That's what they always say. Well, they can't be as good looking as you, Monsieur Marius, so they have to have something to make them interesting. Oh, Gavroche, good pickings today?
No worse than usual for me. And that rich girl down at the corner, she gave me a piece of soup.
She's generous and pretty.
You sweet on her, Monsieur Marius?
Don't be silly. I've never even spoken to her.
Well, if you think she's so pretty, she stands there every day.
Well,
There's nothing to tell. Well, got to go.
Don't listen to Gavroche. If you don't want to talk to her, don't talk to her.
but I do.
Oh, then go. You wouldn't want to miss this chance, her being so rich and beautiful and generous and sweet and all that.
You're right. Thanks, Penny. Hello.
Oh, hello, monsieur. Some bread?
No, thank you. I just want to talk. I'm Marius Thomasy.
I am Cosette.
No last name, Mademoiselle Cassette?
I'm not supposed to say. My father is very protective.
Oh. I see you here every day, giving out bread. Why do you do it?
My father is very generous, and I am happy to help him. I've been hungry and alone myself.
Who hasn't? But after talking to you, I feel less alone than I have for quite some time.
Monsieur is very cold.
Only because Mademoiselle is so very beautiful.
Hey, Anthony, what's your man doing over there with that rich hussy?
Leave it, Mama. He's not mine. He never was, and he don't want to be.
Well, don't fret, my girl. There are lots of young men about.
But not one to compare with him.
Well, Mary, I must be going. My father will be expecting me.
Will I see you again?
Oh, yes.
But she is sweet and generous as you thought, Monsieur Marius.
And so much more. I have to talk to her again.
Going to run off with her then, are you?
Of course not. I just want to talk with her again. And again.
She'll never get a chance of that father of hers around. He could break her arm without blinking, and he would if he saw you together.
Then my only chance is Denise.
Yes, Marius?
You know things. You know your way around the city.
Better than anyone.
Do you know where she lives?
Yes.
Would you take me there, Penny, please?
All right, Monsieur Marius. I'll take you to see her, but follow me without seeming to do it. It wouldn't do for a fine young man such as yourself to be seen with a woman like me.
I thought Jean Valjean was dead.
He's not dead. He wouldn't let himself die until he had taken a child. He's somewhere in the city, and I will see him brought to justice.
Your senior inspector. I wish you luck, monsieur.
There, out in the darkness, a fugitive running, fallen from God, fallen from grace. God be my witness, I never shall yield till we come face to face, till we come face to face. You to be counted, filling the darkness with order and light. You are the sentinels, silent and sure, keeping watch in the night, keeping watch in the night. You know your place in the sky, you hold your course and your aim, and each in your season returns and returns, and is always the same. And if you fall as Lucifer fell, you fall in flame. So it must be, for so it is written on the doorway to paradise, that those who falter and those who fall must pay the price. Lord, let me find him, that I may see him safe behind bars. I will never rest till then. This I swear, by the stars.
That inspector thinks he's something, but it's me who runs this town, and my theater never closes, and my curtains never down. Trust Scarebush, have no fear, you can always find me here.
Are you feeling all right, Gazette?
Of course I am.
You've been so quiet this evening. Did something happen today?
Well, there was a young man.
I knew it. I should never let you go to the city alone.
Papa, I can take care of myself. I'm nearly 19. I'm not a child anymore.
I know, Gazette. Lord help me. I know.
Strange, this feeling that my life's begun at last, this change, and people really fall in love so fast. What's the matter with you, Cosette? Have you been too much on your own? So many things unclear, so many things unknown. In my life, there are so many questions and answers that somehow seem wrong. In my life, there are times when I catch in the silence the sigh of a faraway song, and it sings of a world that I long to see out of reach, just a whisper away, waiting for me. Does he care if I'm alive? Do I know if he's real? Does he see what I see? Does he feel what I feel? In my life, I'm no longer alone. Our love in my life is so near. Find me now. Find me here.
Dear Cosette, you're such a lonely child. How pensive, how sad you seem to me. Believe me, were it within my power, I'd fill each passing hour. How quiet it must be, I can see, with only me for company.